Cristiano Ronaldo is understood to have ended his protest strike at his Saudi Pro League club Al-Nassr. Reports in Portugal today suggest it comes after the club are thought to have yielded to a number of his demands. Ronaldo had been training since Friday amid his protests at the football club, but opted not to feature against Al-Ittihad on the night. He's previously missed the match the Monday before against Al-Riyadh. So apparently everybody's happy again, and peace has broken out between Ronaldo and Al-Nassr. This is Ronaldo, who is paid more than £175 million a year by Al-Nassr. Ben Jacobs, my colleague here at talkSPORT, joins us live. Ben, good morning to you. What is more laughable, the fact that Ronaldo actually went on strike in Saudi, or that it lasted a sum total of 2 games?
Yeah, I think it was 2 games because that was just before and just after the transfer window closed, and Ronaldo was making a point that fellow PIF club Al Hilal, in his view, were more back than Al Nassr. But as you say, it's slightly strange because Ronaldo is paid £200 million a year. Saudi dealmakers feel when he retires, by the way, he might buy Al Nassr. So in theory, if he's unhappy, he could invest some of his own money. And that's what's really interesting, that you have the central funding. Ronaldo's point is that other clubs are getting more money, and yet Al Nassr got over 100 million to spend over the summer, and they signed, for example, João Felix. And yet Al Hilal argue with Karim Benzema, it was a private investment using club money, not central funds. So if Ronaldo wants to level the playing field, he could just dip into his own pocket, and he's chosen not to do so. But as you say, the strike appears to be over, and the expectation is for the next Saudi Pro League game on Saturday, Ronaldo will feature against Al Fatah.
So come back, Cristiano, all is forgiven. The club thought to have yielded to a number of demands. What have they yielded to, Ben?
Well, I think part of it is the budget that will be spent come summer, because even though people assume that Saudi has unlimited funds, it's a seasonal budget, and that's actually allocated at the beginning of the season. So come January, if you've spent all of your money, you need special dispensation to ask for more or private funding. So one of Ronaldo's alleged demands is that Al Nassr get a bigger slice of the pie when €2 billion of funding for next season is allocated unevenly according to the needs of each individual club. Second thing is that within Al Nassr, there's a feeling that the sporting director and the CEO, both friends of Ronaldo and hires that he drove, have had their hands tied. So now Ronaldo is under the impression that Al Nassr will be able to circumvent the central system and ultimately get what they need in the market without necessarily relying on central deal makers. And the last point is around Cristiano Ronaldo and his image rights. And of course, he's being paid a massive amount of money. Some of that is for his playing achievements, and others are through the league being able to use his name and his image, potentially for the World Cup in 2034, and also maybe after he retires as well. And Ronaldo essentially said, I'll take a bit less money and I will stop you from using my name unless this funding issue and these strategic problems are resolved. And now they've had a direct meeting, both Al Nassr and Ronaldo and central deal makers and Ronaldo, and they've seemingly resolved that issue as well. And now the Saudi Pro League can continue using Ronaldo's name and image.
Simon, something of a rebuke from the Saudi Pro League towards Ronaldo. No individual, however significant, determines decisions beyond their own club. So nobody's bigger than the club. It's a phrase we're often hearing in the media regards football. In this instance, he probably is.
Well, we remember in the past where it was often referred to Arsene Wenger not just being a football manager, but being a chief executive of Arsenal. Now you've got a player on the field that's inhabiting that role to some extent. He's a unique scenario. It's a unique league. It has a different set of rules attached to it. Does it show the league in a good light that they've got this kind of necessity or this kind of relationship? It's what they wanted. It's what they've engendered in him. It's what they've emboldened in him. They've utilised him for every aspect of promoting what they want to promote, and we know what they use sport for, which is to create a new society, a new culture, to get new investment, to dispel the myth that it's just a society that people would not find palatable. All of this has been relatively successful, and Ronaldo's been made to feel remarkably important, both economically and literally. So out of that comes a sense of entitlement. We've spent an hour talking about entitlement. Here's another example of it with Ronaldo, and I feel no empathy towards the Saudi Pro League. The statement means absolutely nothing because it's a face-saving statement because they have acquiesced to his demands. He has sat on his backside for 2 days issuing out ultimatums. He has got people moving in a different direction. But maybe that is right too, because maybe that's what he was told was going to be the case, and maybe he has, obviously sacrificed himself for the £175 million a year that he gets, and feels that he's not been given the returns on what was told to him. I mean, what you think of it, how it's portrayed, how it looks, does it make the Saudi Pro League look like a joined-up, very cohesive, powerful league that's going to be challenging the Big Five leagues pretty soon? Well, I think you can answer that yourselves.
I think Simon's got a point, has it not, Ben? It has asked serious questions of the image, the validity, the strength, the profile of the Saudi Pro League.
Yeah, and it's always been a political league. Presidents come and go. Stars have obviously left in January, the most high profile of which was N'Golo Kante. Jordan Henderson came and went very fast. So 2026 in summer is going to be a key phase for the Saudi Pro League and its strategy, simply because after the World Cup, if they can't get a new wave of stars and younger players, people are going to think this project is moving backwards, not forwards. And regardless of the Ronaldo protest, which might seem like a big issue, if you think of his age and the fact that his contract expires in summer 2027, he's not going to be around forever. So even if everything was rosy, what happens when Ronaldo leaves or retires? And how does that set back potentially the Saudi Pro League project? So this politics clearly doesn't help. But what's fascinating is Ronaldo obviously cares enough that he's prepared to go on strike. So maybe, just maybe, when he does stop playing, he might become an owner of Al-Nassr, and Cristiano Ronaldo, the owner, might prove more powerful in this Saudi Pro League model than Cristiano Ronaldo, the player.
Oh, wow. Can you imagine that? Cristiano Ronaldo, the club owner. That'll be an interesting conversation you can have with him then, Simon. Ben Jacobs, thank you very much indeed.